Good evening, everyone. So, this is the day 2 with respect to your 2026 CSAT foundation. In yesterday's class, we have seen now, a number system, few basics. The same continuation we are going to see in this class also with some kind of problems. So, like that, I will give you very simple problem because you need to know about the basics. Okay, because the fundamentals nowadays plays a crucial role. So the people are making a mistake here in their fundamentals. So therefore, to avoid that, we will do some fundamentals and then gradually after 10th class, etc., we will move on to the advanced. So therefore, first few classes will be the fundamentals. Now, here the fundamental, so related to your operations. Now, very important. Few people still gets a confusion. So therefore, let me give you the scenario. So here both are plus, both are minus, 1 plus 1 minus, so therefore minus plus. So therefore in such a situations, if both the signs are same, if both the sign are same, if both the sign are same, then add the two given numbers, add the two given numbers. So therefore, so now this is the resultant here is 10, here also resultant here is 10. Now second step here is, what you need to do here is put here sign of greatest among them, sign of greatest among them. So therefore the greatest among them here is, so therefore plus, so here greatest among them whatever, no, so therefore minus. You have to be very careful. So therefore same thing you can apply here. So when you're applying here, one is plus, one is minus. So here one is plus, one is minus means you need to subtract. So alternative sign. If alternative sign means subtract them, put the sign of a greatest among them, sign of greatest among them. Now it's clear, right? So therefore here 2, greatest among them, so therefore plus 2. So here also 2, so you have to subtract them. Okay, so you have to subtract them and then you have to put your greatest sign. So here, so therefore please understand a number, okay, irrespective of the sign, please understand, irrespective of the sign, which would be the greatest number? 6, 4. So 6 is the greater, irrespective of the sign, please do not consider. So therefore if you are thinking in this manner, so therefore greater among 6 and 4 will be 6. What is the sign of the 6? Minus. That's it. So this is the basic operation now with respect to the addition you have to do here and subtraction. So then the multiplication here with respect to the multiplications, let us take a minus of minus, minus of minus, nothing but a plus. Okay, then a plus into plus, plus, then plus into minus, nothing but a minus, and minus into plus also a minus. The same applies in the fraction form. Same applies in the rational form or fraction form. You can take any. Okay. So applies here in the p by q form also, which means division form. So therefore plus will be there in the numerator, minus will be there in the denominator. No, the resultant will be a minus. The resultant will be a minus. Vice versa. Minus by plus also a minus. Then minus by minus nothing but a plus. So because here minus and minus getting cancelled, you will be getting a plus. Next, plus by plus automatically a plus. So this is with respect to the division. Basic signs are very important because in that Bodomas etc. people are making a mistake in the sign also. So therefore you have to be very careful. So next, after that, what you need to know here is in yesterday's class I taught you what do you mean by the terminating decimal and then non-terminating decimal, recurring decimal, non-recurring decimal. So that rational and irrational. So those things I taught you. So now let us do that one. So for a better clarifications or better understanding, let me do that again. So elaboratively because problems are there. Now the first thing here is you have to know the difference between a recurring decimal and non-recurring decimal. This is the first and foremost thing you need to understand. See, what do you mean by the recurring decimal means? Now try to understand. Some decimal point will be there. You know, after this decimal point, no, what happens here? Some getting recurring. It may be a 2-digit or 3-digit, etc. Like this. So this can be written as 0.2 bar. Please understand this is the 0.2 bar. No, many people are getting confusions like when I'm giving a question, no, for testing them, I'm giving you like this. So guys, will you say this as a 22 bar? No, you should not do this. Okay, so 0.2 bar. So therefore you have to be very careful in this one also. Next, what you need to do here is learn the fundamentals here. Here this is only one digit getting recurring or same digit getting recurring. So in this manner you can take this here. Sir, not only 0, sir, you can take any. Okay, and for example I'm giving you. So for example 3 4 3 4 3 4 3 4. So I'm giving like this. So which means that after this decimal point, that 2-digit getting recurring continuously. The 2-digit getting recurring continuously. So when I am placing a bar here, which means that it is a non-terminating. Please understand, this is a non-terminating. So this is nothing but a non-terminating. Why? Let's keep on going. Terminating decimal means you will be getting the exact value. So you will be getting exactly. So which means no, maybe a 2 decimal or 3 decimal, no problem. So that is the terminating. So in the yesterday's class we saw something, right? So or else I'll give you an example for a terminating. So for terminating, So take an example. Let us take 27 divisible by 25. So one time 25, 2 here, so not possible. Therefore, place a point here. So place a 0 here. Still not possible. Then what you need to do? You have to put a 0. So when you are placing a 0, you can add up zeros here. So therefore 25 8s are 200. So therefore 0. When your remainder becomes 0, please understand. When your remainder becomes 0, the quotient, no, it's a terminating. It's a completely terminating. So which means that the remainder implies 0. Please understand. This is also you can take. The remainder becomes 0. Right? So now in a recurring decimal, I taught you two things here. One here is non-terminating as well as terminating. So now let us comes to this here. Non-recurring decimal. So non-recurring decimal here means after this decimal point, all the digits here are no maybe repeated. After some break will be there. Some break will be there means for example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I'm placing here. Again 1, 2, 3, no problem. It is not your no recurring. Please understand. Recurring means after a decimal it continuously getting recurring. Okay. So it's keep on getting recurring. So that is nothing but the recurring decimal. Non-recurring means some break will be there. So therefore this is a non-recurring. If I am placing a 3 dot here, so 3 instead of 3 dot let me keep a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in this case it is a non-recurring. So it may be anything. Listen carefully. It may be anything 0, it may be a 1 or whatever. Don't bother about these things. So therefore here it is a non-recurring decimal. As well as if I am keeping a 3 dots, then it is a non-terminating. When a decimal when a decimal is non-recurring, when a decimal here is non-recurring as well as non-terminating as well as non-terminating, then you can call that as a irrational number. Then you can call that as a irrational number. So now I gave you the brief idea about this here. Okay. Both non-recurring as well as non-terminating, then that is nothing but the irrational number. I gave you an example yesterday. Root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, etc. 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 These and all are irrational numbers. These and all irrational numbers. Even you can take this also 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 dot. Yes, this is also a irrational number one. Okay. When you are converting this in terms of a fraction, it is nothing but the irrational number only you will be getting in terms of as an example I have provided. In terms of this only you will be getting. So based on this I am moving to that recurring decimal to a fraction. Recurring decimal to a fraction. Now try to understand. This is the important. Sometimes the UPSC may project a question. All of a sudden they will project a question, because in a UPSC 2020 there was a question from this topic. Direct question from the. So there was a direct question. Okay. From your NCERT 9th standard book. NCERT 9th standard max book. I think page number 6 or 7, that example number 26. A direct question will be there based on this one. Whatever you learned here, that can be applied. Let me elaboratively expand this concept called as recurring decimal, because this recurring decimal has two concepts. One is a purely recurring and another one here is a mixed recurring. Let me tell you what do you mean by the purely recurring, what do you mean by the mixed recurring. The first one, nothing but the pure recurring decimal into a fraction. Fraction I taught you yesterday. Now let us see what do you mean by the purely recurring. Okay, so purely recurring means after this decimal, no, every place is getting recurring, all the places getting recurring by the same. So this is nothing but the 0.3 bar. 0.3 bar shortcut. No, what is the procedural? Yesterday I taught you procedural. When what do you need to do? One number getting no, so then you have to take it this as a x 0.333, like that. If it is moving, then you have to multiply here with a 10. So therefore 3.3333, etc, etc. You have to keep this as a equation number. You have to keep this as a equation number 2. You have to subtract 2 minus 1. So therefore 9x, which is equal to 3, x is equal to 3 by 9. That's it. So in a simplest form, you can write this as a 1 by 3. So therefore converting a pure recurring decimal into a fraction, right? Pure recurring decimal means, just now you understood that after a decimal point, a same digit only getting recurring. Maybe a 2 digits, maybe a 3 digit, maybe a single digit. So that is not an issue. Now try to understand here. So how can you write? In a simplest way, the shortcut I will tell you, you use the shortcut. You place a numerator. Okay. See, before that, let me tell you one thing here. 0, 3. No, it is not a 2-digit number. It is a single digit number only. So 3 only. Why? Because when a 0, no, comes before any digit, it has no value. When the 0 comes after some digit, it has a value. So please understand that also. Now here, so therefore you can write as a 3 here in the numerator. Actually, what is the procedure here is you have to write the total minus non-recurring. Please understand, minus non-recurring. NR means the non-recurring. Please write it in your notes. NR means non-recurring. By how many such a digit getting recurring? Only a single digit, 3 only getting recurring. Therefore, that much of 9 you have to place in the denominator. That much of 9 you have to place it in the denominator. So what is the denominator here? 9. Because only one digit, 3 only getting recurring. So when 3 only getting recurring, so therefore this is nothing but the 3 by 9. So simplest form 1 by 3. That's it. Now let us move on to this one. So this is nothing but a 0.75 bar. So that 2 digit getting recurring continuously. How many digit? 2 digit. Please understand, 2 digits. So therefore you have to place that much of 9s in the denominator. 2 digit means 2 9s, you have to place it in the denominator. This is the shortcut. Remember the shortcut, then apply that in the examination. That's it. Now, so therefore in the numerator, total minus non-recurring. Non-recurring it is 0, right? So therefore, which is nothing but a 75 by 99. So simplest form you can simplify and you can no, do that one. Just learn the procedure. Now, so now you have to be very careful. This can be written as 3.5 bar. 3.5 bar. After a decimal, please understand, after a decimal, how many digit getting recurring? Only one digit getting recurring continuously. So that much of 9 you have to place it in the denominator. So therefore you have to place only 1 9. In the numerator you have to write total. What is the total here? 3 5. What is the total here? 3 5 minus. Next year you have to write NR. What is the NR? Non-recurring, which is non-recurring here. 3 is non-recurring here. So therefore minus 3. So 35 minus 3 here is nothing but 32 by 9. That's it. So this is nothing but the pure recurring decimal into a fraction. Guys, everyone understood? Okay. So next one here is a mixed recurring. So here, understand the concept of a mixed recurring. So what is the concept of mixed recurring here is, now listen. After a decimal point, please understand, after a decimal point, some places do not recur. Some places do not recur. After that, all the places getting recurring. After that, all the places getting recurring by a single digit, maybe a single digit, maybe a double digit, not an issue. So therefore, this format is nothing but a mixed recurring decimal. This format is nothing but a mixed recurring decimal. So you have to convert in terms of a fraction. So how to convert this in terms of a fraction? So this is nothing but a 0.235 bar. Now please understand, shortcut way you can learn here, that is better. Okay, so this, if you are applying this procedural way, multiplying 10, if it is 1 recurring, multiplying by 100 by 2 recurring, so this is under lengthy procedure, avoid that in the examination. Use the shortcut. How many places getting recurring after your decimal, or else how many digits are getting, only 2 digits, 3 5 only getting recurring. So that much of 9 you have to place here, that much of 9 you have to place here. Now understand carefully, after a decimal, how many place or else how many digit do not recur? Here 2 here is not recurring, so that much of 0 you have to place it in the denominator. So only 1, so therefore you have to place 1 0 in the denominator. Now you have to write the total here in the numerator, 235 minus non-recurring. So what is the non-recurring? 2. So therefore 233 by 990. So after this you can do the simplifications. Okay, learn the procedure and then you can do the simplification also. Next here, 0.287 bar, 0.287 bar. So which is equal to, no, 0.287 bar, which is equal to how many places? 2 places, 87 only. So therefore double 9. How many places do not recur after the decimal? Only 1 place. So therefore you have to place a 0. Total minus 2. So therefore 285 by 990. Next here, this is very important. People make a mistake here in this kind of question. You should not make a mistake. Now try to understand. 5.0072 bar. How many places or else how many digit getting recurring? 2. 7, 2 only getting recurring. So therefore this one. How many places do not recur here? 1, 2. So therefore how many zeros you have to place it in the denominator? 2 zeros you have to place it in the denominator. So then in the numerator you have to write completely. So because 5 here, 0 has a value, as I mentioned, it comes after some digits. So therefore it has a value. People here only have to be very careful. Many people are making a mistake like a 72 minus 5. 72 minus 5. Many people are doing a mistake. So that is wrong. So therefore minus, and also some people are making a mistake like minus 5. They are placing minus 5. That is also wrong. Because as I mentioned, 0 as a value, it comes after some digit. So here 5 is there. 0 comes after that only. So therefore you have to place a 0 here. So this is the very important thing you need to understand here. Okay. So therefore after subtracting, you will be getting 49572 by 9900. So therefore this one is the very important. You must have to understand this. With this, let me give you a UPSC question. So you understand that a UPSC question here. So this was provided in the UPSC 2020. Okay. So what was that question here is for the given Okay, recurring decimal, or else convert a given convert a given recurring decimal into a fraction. This question was there. No, what was this one here is convert a given recurring into a fraction. So the question here is 1.272727 dot 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 dot. Guys, you try this question. Let me wait here. Options I'm not going to give. You try without options. You first answer without options and then I will tell you the option. Nasria gave the simplest form. Okay, good. The simplest form, no. Yes, good. So this is nothing but a 1.27 bar. 1.27 bar. So how can you write? So 99 will be there in the denominator. Total you have to write 127 minus 1. So which is nothing but a 126 by 99. This option will not be there in that ABCD because they have provided 127 by 99. 127 by 99. This one they have provided. I think so, isn't it? So then what you need to do, you have to simplify this here to the simplest form. Listen, King Joseph, you have to convert in terms of a fraction, not a decimal. Okay. So therefore, 9 table you can use. 9 11s are. So therefore, 9 14s are the simplest form. So this question was there in the examination. Okay. So you have to be very careful. The very simple one. Everyone understood this one? Fine. So everyone understood means well and good. Now you guys do this. Test yourself. Zero point 0.7777, 1.2233333333. Okay. Answer these two questions. Try these two questions. What are the answers? What is the first one? First one easy. No, 0.7 bar. So therefore 9 will be there, 7 will be there. So what is the second one? Yes, second one. 1.22. 3 bar. Guys, please be careful. It's a 3 bar. Right? I have to be very careful. So therefore only one. So therefore 9 here. Why I'm stressing on this one? You guys understood, right? Many people in any situation they will put like this. That is wrong. Okay, you should not do that mistake. 0 0 1 2 2 3 minus 1 2 2. Or many of you getting this one? So if you are no getting this one, that is better. 1101 by 900. Simplest form. Okay, fine, not an issue. Even if you are getting the simplest form or not, depends on the option. You can proceed that one. Guys, able to understand now? in every situation, don't do a mistake of this here. Okay. If I am giving you another one, last one, listen. If I am giving you another one, 1.23, 34, 34, 34, 34. Now try this one. Now try this one. One point 2 3 3 4 bar, right? So therefore double 9 I have to place, double 0 I have to place, 1 2 3 3 4 minus 1 2 3. Yes, 1 2 2 1 1. Guys, why Kausalya doing another 0 here? 2 zeros only, Kausalya. 9900. Yes, Akash, Kumaravel, Mritula, Nashriya, Niveta, Soumya, everybody. Okay, clear. So now I am concluding the today's class here. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Listen, tomorrow what we are going to do here is I will teach you how to convert the rational numbers, how to convert the irrational numbers, how to find the in between numbers between some rational numbers, how to arrange a rational numbers either in the decreasing order or in the no ascending order or else increasing, decreasing, rational, fraction. Okay, both the things we will see tomorrow. Then uh, if time is there means tomorrow we'll do a perfect square number, perfect cube number, perfect no then square root numbers, cube root number, how to find those things we will discuss tomorrow. Gradually we will move on. Okay, because Monday, Wednesday, Friday your as usual classes. I am taking Tuesday, Thursday as additional classes. So in the additional class I do not want to take much time here because you may have some your own schedule. That is why I am concluding here. Tomorrow as a regular class, so therefore class may continue for 1 hour 15 minutes or 1.5 hours. Okay, thank
Sir,
you.
I have a question.
Hmm?
Sir, along with your teaching, should we read NCRT for the practice?
Sir, let me conclude the recordings here because I am not understanding your question. I will address your question after the my team concludes the recording. Okay, please give me a minute. Tomorrow same time.